Top 25 Remote Support Interview Questions and Answers. In today's digital landscape, remote support has become essential for businesses and customers alike. This video will guide you through the top 25 interview questions and answers specifically tailored for remote support roles. Whether you're a candidate preparing for an interview or a hiring manager seeking to evaluate potential hires, this resource aims to equip you with valuable insights. Join us as we explore key questions that assess both technical skills and customer service abilities. 1. Can you describe your experience providing remote technical support? My experience in remote technical support spans several years, during which I have assisted clients across various industries. I have utilized tools like TeamViewer and Remote Desktop to troubleshoot issues efficiently. I excel in diagnosing problems by asking precise questions and guiding users through steps to replicate issues. I focus on creating a positive experience, ensuring clients feel supported and informed. My ability to simplify complex concepts helps clients understand solutions better, enhancing their confidence in resolving technical challenges independently in the future. 2. How do you diagnose and resolve issues when you cannot physically access the device? When diagnosing and resolving issues remotely, I first gather detailed information from the client about the problem. This includes asking questions to understand the symptoms and any error messages displayed. Next, I utilize remote support tools to access the device, run diagnostics, and replicate the issue if possible. I guide the client through troubleshooting steps, ensuring they are involved in the process. If the problem persists, I may suggest alternative solutions, such as resetting devices or checking network settings, while keeping communication clear and supportive throughout the process. 3. What remote support tools and software have you used, e.g., TeamViewer, AnyDesk, Remote Desktop, etc.? I have utilized various remote support tools such as TeamViewer, AnyDesk, and Microsoft's Remote Desktop. Each of these applications offers unique features that enhance the support experience. TeamViewer is excellent for its user-friendly interface and cross-platform compatibility, allowing seamless connections across different operating systems. AnyDesk provides high performance with low latency, which is crucial for real-time troubleshooting. Microsoft Remote Desktop is particularly beneficial for Windows environments, enabling secure access to client machines without extensive configurations. These tools have been instrumental in efficiently resolving user issues. 4. How do you handle situations when a client is not very tech-savvy? When working with clients who are not very tech-savvy, I prioritize patience and clarity. I start by asking open-ended questions to gauge their understanding. Using simple language, I explain concepts without jargon. Visual aids, like screenshots or diagrams, can help illustrate steps effectively. I encourage them to take notes, allowing them to follow along. During the remote session, I frequently check in to ensure they are comfortable and understand the process. If needed, I provide additional resources for future reference, ensuring they feel supported and empowered. 5. What steps do you take to ensure clear communication with customers during remote troubleshooting? Ensuring clear communication during remote troubleshooting involves several steps. First, I actively listen to the customer's issue, allowing them to express their concerns fully. I then paraphrase their problem to confirm my understanding. Using simple, non-technical language is crucial. I avoid jargon and explain concepts clearly. Visual aids, such as screenshots or diagrams, enhance understanding. Regularly checking in with the customer to see if they comprehend the instructions helps maintain clarity. Lastly, I encourage questions, fostering an open dialogue to ensure they feel supported throughout the process. 6. How do you prioritize multiple support requests when working remotely? When prioritizing multiple support requests remotely, I assess each ticket based on urgency and impact. I categorize issues into critical, high, medium, and low priority. Critical issues affecting multiple users or critical systems receive immediate attention. For individual user requests, I consider factors like the nature of the problem, how long it has been pending, and any service level agreements in place. I also communicate with users to manage expectations, providing updates on estimated response times. This structured approach helps me effectively address the most pressing issues first while maintaining a steady workflow. 7. Can you walk me through your process for resolving a common issue such as internet connectivity problems? When addressing internet connectivity issues, I start by gathering information from the client about their specific symptoms. Then, I guide them through basic troubleshooting steps, such as checking physical connections and restarting the modem, router. Next, I help them run a speed test and check for any outages in their area. If the problem persists, I assist in accessing their device settings, checking network configurations, and ensuring the correct network is selected. Throughout the process, I maintain clear communication, using simple language, while documenting each step taken to ensure a thorough resolution. 8. How do you maintain customer satisfaction when resolving issues remotely? To maintain customer satisfaction during remote issue resolution, I prioritize effective communication. I ensure that clients feel heard by actively listening to their concerns and providing clear explanations throughout the troubleshooting process. I also set realistic expectations regarding resolution times and follow up to confirm that the issue has been resolved. Additionally, I seek feedback after the session to understand their experience and make any necessary improvements. By demonstrating empathy and professionalism, I help build trust and a positive relationship with the client. 9. What do you do if you cannot resolve an issue remotely? If I cannot resolve an issue remotely, I first communicate this clearly to the client, ensuring they understand the situation. I then explore alternative solutions, such as scheduling a follow-up call or session, or providing detailed instructions for local troubleshooting. If necessary, I may suggest involving an on-site technician, ensuring the client knows how to proceed. Keeping the client informed throughout this process is essential for maintaining trust and satisfaction. I also document the issue thoroughly for future reference and to improve my approach in similar situations. 10. How do you ensure the security and confidentiality of client data during remote sessions? Ensuring security and confidentiality during remote sessions involves several key practices. First, I use secure remote access tools that offer encryption, preventing unauthorized access to sensitive information. I verify the identity of the client before accessing their systems. Additionally, I maintain a clean workspace, avoiding the sharing of screens that contain sensitive data. I also educate clients on best practices, such as using strong passwords and enabling two-factor authentication, to enhance their security. Regularly updating my software and tools further protects client data from vulnerabilities. 11. What challenges have you faced while working in remote support, and how did you overcome them? In remote support, challenges often arise from communication barriers and varying levels of technical knowledge among clients. To address these issues, I focus on active listening and adapting my communication style to suit the customer's understanding. When faced with a frustrated customer, I remain calm and empathetic, ensuring they feel heard. Additionally, technical issues with software tools can disrupt sessions. In such cases, I have backup methods, like using phone calls or email, to guide clients through troubleshooting steps, ensuring a seamless experience. 12. How do you verify and confirm that an issue is fully resolved? To verify that an issue is fully resolved, I follow a systematic approach. First, I ensure that the symptoms reported by the client no longer occur. I ask the client to perform specific tasks related to the issue to confirm functionality. Next, I may request that they restart their device or application to ensure changes take effect. I also provide them with a summary of the troubleshooting steps taken and ask for their feedback. If necessary, I schedule a follow-up check-in to ensure everything remains stable. Clear communication throughout this process helps build trust. 13. How do you document the steps you took while troubleshooting a remote issue? Effective documentation begins with clearly noting each step taken during the troubleshooting process, including the client's reported issue, actions performed, and outcomes. I utilize a structured format or ticketing system to ensure consistency. Key points include timestamps, any error messages, and client responses. I also highlight follow-up actions required and any additional notes relevant for future reference. This meticulous record helps maintain clarity, assists in addressing recurring issues, and enhances team communication if further intervention is needed. 14. How do you handle frustrated or angry customers during remote sessions? When dealing with frustrated or angry customers during remote sessions, I prioritize active listening to understand their concerns fully. Acknowledging their feelings is essential. I assure them that I am here to help. I maintain a calm and empathetic tone, which can help to escalate the situation. I focus on finding a solution by asking clarifying questions and providing clear, step-by-step instructions. If needed, I offer to take additional time to resolve their issue or follow up later, ensuring they feel supported throughout the process. 15. What's the most complex problem you've solved remotely? One of the most complex problems I encountered involved a client server that was experiencing frequent crashes. Diagnosing the issue remotely was challenging, as I had to rely on system logs and client feedback. After guiding the client through checking the event viewer and running diagnostics, we discovered a conflict between a recent software update and the server's configuration. I collaborated with the client to roll back the update and implemented a more stable configuration. This experience taught me the importance of patience and clear communication when tackling intricate technical issues. 16. How do you test a customer's understanding of your instructions during troubleshooting? To test a customer's understanding of my instructions during troubleshooting, I encourage them to repeat back the steps I've outlined. This approach allows me to gauge their comprehension and address any confusion immediately. I also ask them to perform specific tasks while I listen for any difficulties they might encounter. Asking open-ended questions can help clarify their understanding and ensure they feel confident in what they are doing. Additionally, I provide visual aids or written instructions when necessary to reinforce the guidance I offer. 17. How do you keep yourself updated on the latest troubleshooting methods and tools? Keeping myself updated on the latest troubleshooting methods and tools involves several strategies. I regularly follow industry blogs, forums, and websites that focus on technical support and IT solutions. Participating in online communities such as Reddit or specialized groups on LinkedIn helps me exchange knowledge with peers. I also attend webinars and online courses that offer insights into new technologies and best practices. Engaging with vendor-specific training sessions allows me to understand the nuances of various tools. Continuous learning is crucial for staying effective in a rapidly evolving field. 18. How do you manage time when working in a remote support environment with many tickets? Time management in a remote support environment requires prioritization and organization. I start by categorizing tickets based on urgency and complexity. Critical issues receive immediate attention, while less urgent ones are scheduled for later resolution. I utilize tools like ticketing systems to track progress and set reminders for follow-ups. Additionally, I allocate specific time slots for handling tickets, minimizing distractions during those periods. Regular breaks also help maintain focus and efficiency throughout the day. By balancing responsiveness with thoroughness, I ensure that all clients receive timely support. 19. What steps do you take when remote software access is not working properly? When remote software access is not functioning properly, I begin by confirming the issue with the client. I guide them to check their internet connection and ensure that the remote access software is installed correctly. Next, I instruct them to restart the software and, if applicable, their device. If the problem persists, I recommend checking firewall settings or antivirus software that might block the connection. Should these steps fail, I may escalate the issue for further investigation while keeping the client informed throughout the process to maintain transparency. 20. How do you ensure smooth communication if there is a language barrier? To ensure smooth communication in cases of a language barrier, I first assess the client's proficiency in English. If necessary, I use simple language and avoid technical jargon. Visual aids, such as screenshots or diagrams, can help clarify instructions. Utilizing translation tools or apps is another effective method to bridge communication gaps. I also encourage clients to ask questions and express their concerns, ensuring they feel comfortable. Patience and active listening are crucial, as they foster a supportive environment for understanding and collaboration. 21. Can you explain how you would guide a client to check system logs or error reports remotely? To guide a client in checking system logs or error reports remotely, I would first ensure they are connected to the remote support session. I would then ask them to navigate to the appropriate application or system settings where the logs are located. Using clear, simple instructions, I would instruct them to open the log files, explaining what to look for, such as error codes or timestamps. If necessary, I would prompt them to share their screen with me, allowing me to see their actions directly. This collaborative approach helps in accurately assessing the issue together. 22. How do you handle a situation where the client disconnects during a remote support session? When a client disconnects during a remote support session, I first ensure that I have all relevant contact details to reach out to them. I will attempt to contact them via phone or email to check if they are experiencing connectivity issues or if they need assistance reconnecting. If they are unreachable, I document the session's progress and any pending actions. I also leave them a detailed message outlining the problem and proposed solutions so they can resume where we left off when they reconnect. Keeping communication open is key to providing effective support. 23. How do you measure your success in remote support? Measuring success in remote support involves tracking key performance indicators such as customer satisfaction ratings, resolution times, and first contact resolution rates. Regularly gathering feedback through surveys helps gauge client satisfaction and areas for improvement. Additionally, monitoring ticket volume and the efficiency of issue resolution can highlight how effectively support is being delivered. Establishing personal goals, like reducing response times or increasing positive feedback, allows for self-assessment and continuous growth in providing remote technical support. 24. How would you explain a technical issue in simple terms to a non-technical person? When explaining a technical issue to a non-technical person, I focus on using everyday language and relatable analogies. For instance, if discussing a computer problem, I might compare the system to a car. I would explain that just like a car needs fuel and maintenance to run smoothly, a computer also requires updates and troubleshooting to function properly. I avoid jargon and instead break down the problem into smaller, manageable parts, guiding the person through each step patiently. Encouraging questions helps ensure understanding and builds their confidence in handling similar issues. 25. Why do you think you are a good fit for a remote support role? I believe I am a strong candidate for a remote support role due to my extensive experience in technical support and my ability to communicate effectively with clients. I possess a deep understanding of various remote support tools, allowing me to diagnose issues efficiently. My patience and empathy help me connect with users, particularly those who may not be tech-savvy. I prioritize clear communication, ensuring that clients feel supported throughout the troubleshooting process. My problem-solving skills enable me to address challenges swiftly, ensuring high levels of customer satisfaction, even in complex situations. As we wrap up our exploration of the top 25 remote support interview questions and answers, we hope you feel more prepared for your upcoming interviews in this dynamic field. Understanding these questions can help you showcase your skills and confidence, making a lasting impression on potential employers. If you found this information valuable, please give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content and tips that will enhance your career in remote support. Thank you for watching.